Speed.
Roofs. Wait, what was I saying?
Well, I can't say we gotta do that again.
It's okay, don't worry about it. We're rolling. I'll have to bleep that out, but
Sorry.
or cut it. That's cool. What's up, guys? We're actually unbelievably tired right now. We were filming this right after we got off the plane from Ironclad this weekend. Great op. Shout out to the American Milsim guys for doing a great job.
It was a fun op. Our direct action mission was awesome.
We just watched some
Can't
of the
even
footage.
talk straight. We woke up at 4 a.m. today, 4:30.
Central Time.
Central
Got
Time,
here at
so that'd
11.
Be 11 our time. So.
Yeah, and I have a headache, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah. All right, so you guys know how we do it on the Not So Round Table. This one, we're doing the random questions. So out go
literally the random questions. I've heard these are pretty epic. I just dropped one. Hold on.
These go out? These go out here?
Yeah, I dropped two. Hold on.
All right, now keep in mind those questions will go back in the helmet after this episode. But for this episode, we're going to be doing the randoms.
All right.
All right, go ahead and fill the helm of reasoning. This could be entirely non sequitur because neither of us are very alert right now.
No, this is fun. I'm all wired up on Rebel, so it's all
I haven't had
maybe
any.
That's why I had a headache. Didn't you have coffee this morning?
This morning, a long time ago.
All right. You want to go first?
Sure, why not? All right, here we go.
My eyes are just like.
First random question from Noah Miller. All right, dear Insert, waterproofing airsoft guns, thoughts and opinions.
No point. It would be cool to play underwater though. But that wouldn't go very far.
There are waterproof airsoft guns. There's gas guns.
Okay.
Right? I mean, like...
Yeah, you just have to clean them afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking about waterproofing AEGs, why? There are enough affordable gas blowbacks out there.
And you could play in the rain with an AEG anyway. We were playing in the rain. Well, we didn't play in the rain, but we could have played in the rain this weekend.
Yeah, they have no problem with rain.
We've done that before. Yeah. That's a good question.
Hiya!
Hiya! We're banging these out. Okay, Z-Man1026.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Just the size of that question.
Oh, don't worry about it. Dear Insert, I am a big fan of the show. Keep it up. Keep up with both the themed questions and the standard questions. So they want us to do both.
Maybe if we alternate.
Yep. For my question, I was wondering that if you had to set up a airsoft rig just using household items, what would you use and how would you use them? For example, I might just run an oven mitt on my belt for a dump pouch.
Oh. That'd be okay.
Okay, all right, creativeness, huh?
Okay, creativeness.
All right, my melee weapon would have to be a stuffed filled sock. Like you put like a sock in another sock and you kind of wave it around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool melee weapon.
Yeah, like a bola.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
I'd say the loadout would have to be a bathrobe.
Oh, you jerk! I gotta come up with something different. Hold on. Okay.
My gloves would be probably like gardening gloves. I would
because they're padded. Yeah. Okay.
And then a helmet, I would probably just do like this weird bandana, like Charlie Sheen style or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, would look good.
All right. From my house, I think. Okay, so I've got a contractor's utility belt, and it already has some.
Is it from the YMCA?
No. It's like a legitimate. It's like a leather. Kinda. Yeah, okay, yeah, that gives you an idea. So it's got some pouches already.
Okay.
In the hammer slot, I would keep my melee weapon, which would be like a plastic spatula for like pancake flipping. So I could just, fly swat some people.
A fly swatter would actually would have been a little bit better of a choice.
I didn't think about that.
You could really smack somebody with that.
But a spatula, I don't know why I thought spatula was
All right, continue.
Cool. All right, okay, so gloves, I'd either use like bike gloves, although those are fingerless, so maybe some dishwashing gloves.
Ooh.
It's for grip. And then I've got the ultimate in head protection.
Okay.
I've got a huge, authentic red velvet sombrero. Talk about cover. You'll look down and you've got a shield.
Don't even need diaper.
Don't ask me why I have that.
Is this a Mexico story or?
Yeah, and then I'd use the same safety glasses I use with my table saw. They're impact resistant.
Safety glasses wise, I just use sunglasses, whatever I had lying around. My bad, I took a question.
That's okay.
I thought it was my turn.
Nick Hackenberg asks, what was on the Polaroid?
The Polaroid from Red Storm.
What was on the Polaroid?
Well, it was a work accident.
Oh, yeah!
We can't really say.
Imagine.
Okay.
There were a pair of shoes. The shoes were filled, but there wasn't a human attached to the shoes anymore.
Drawing a conclusion.
All right, so do
Let's
you want
not
to draw
talk
the next
about
one?
that anymore.
It was very gruesome. It's an elevator.
It could have been fake though. We don't know if it was a Halloween prank or anything like that.
I don't know. It looked really realistic.
Yeah, no. Connor Angie. Aloha from Hawaii.
Hey, I was just there.
If you had to go to a game dressed as a character from the Muppets, who would you be? Kermit the Frog.
No, I'd go as Fozzie.
Fozzie?
Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie Bear?
Yeah.
It's almost like a ghillie suit, right?
No, he's that brown with the hat.
Oh,
and the orange.
yeah. That'd be
I'd
pretty
go
good.
with Fozzie.
I would have to go as Kermit. I think it'd be hilarious. And the VIP, the HVT would be
That would work.
it would be Piggy.
I can do the
Tackler.
Kermit voice, so I guess you could. Yeah.
Kermit the Frog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wanted Fozzie.
Do you want to give a shout out to your guys who you play with in Hawaii?
Yeah, but I don't remember all their names.
Oh, well, we'll do it next episode then.
No, I'll go get them.
No, hey, what do you...
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna do a shout out. All right, Sinister Airsoft asks, if I mount a mirror to my rifle and use it to fire around cover, is that considered blind firing?
Yes.
As cool as it looked in Saving Private Ryan, absolutely blind firing.
Well, he wasn't. He was
Oh, no,
using
that's
it
right.
to
He was
see.
using the-
There's
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
wrong with using it to see,
But no,
if
you
if
can't-
you like,
you can't do that.
If you do like to see and then you hold your gun like
Even
that,
those rail-mounted mirrors,
yeah,
like
the
no,
corner
that's
shot, it's technically blind firing because you're not seeing the whole aspect of what you're actually shooting at, which is
Yep.
why you want to have your face behind the barrel. Cool concept, and also you're just going to make a lot of players angry, and then they won't want to play with you.
That's true.
And no one wants a player like that.
I'm
We have shout-outs
almost
coming?
there. I do. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Real quick. While I was on vacation, okay, so because we just came back from Ironclad, the week before that, I was on vacation. I was in Hawaii, and I had an opportunity to play with some airsofters from Hawaii. I'd like to extend a personal thank you to the guys that kind of set me up, let me borrow gear, and really took me out to play at a private location in Kauai. So, Harrison, David, Kainoa, Daniel, Mikey, Jay, Royce, John, John W., Isaiah, Dylan, Maverick, Andrew, Luke,
Wow.
and Mick Maddock. Thank you guys for having me out. I still need to get some patches out to you guys, and I'll be sending those through Harrison. So look to him in a couple weeks so you guys get your patches. Once again, thank you guys for letting me come play.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I played with a lot of guys. It was a good. It was a good. Yeah.
Maybe I'll think about that when I go to Maui later.
Maui's. I don't even know if Maui has. It was hard to get a huge group together.
Yeah? Well.
I'm told Oahu's where most of the players.
Oh, well, I'm going to stick to Maui, so. All right. The Burger Boy 64. What's the weirdest lunch or snack you saw an Airsofter eat at a game? I mean, we stick to Uncrustables, but those aren't very weird.
Yeah, but that's not weird.
Oh, what were those peanut things that were this weekend that looked like
Oh, boiled peanuts.
boiled peanuts?
Yeah, boiled peanuts.
That
They're
was-
not that. I mean, they're not
that's
odd
not-
for the area.
No, but they were odd for me.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was like those irrigation things. It looked like it looked like little dog poop. That's what I thought it was.
I've seen somebody survive entirely on Slim Jims. I can't imagine how those came out.
Back into a Slim Jim. Oh god.
It leaves exactly as it enters.
All right, hold on. We're gonna stop.
We have like 5 minutes.
Oh, we good? All right, never mind. We're not gonna stop. I thought we were running close on time. My bad.
Hiya! This is so disorganized of an episode. I apologize.
We're a little just loopy today.
Lucian Truscott asks, would you use the EF, the Elite Force SL-14 speed loader, as a primary weapon in a game? Safety kill someone or pump the BBs on them? After attempting to pump BBs onto somebody with the SL-14, it doesn't have enough. Get up and
Force? Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you might go a foot, so you'd really have to just about melee them with the weapon anyway. But as a safety kill, I mean,
It would work 'cause it looks like a gun.
a black glove like this works as
Yeah,
a
I know.
safety kill. It's just not entirely fair or nice. Let's not say fair. Nice. Sportsmanlike.
This actually reminds me of a story. When we were playing CQB with some friends or whatever, my gun went down, so I took the magazine from it, and I held the port, and I came around the corner, and went like this, I went bang, bang, and I sprayed BBs in his face. That was awesome. He was like, whoa, I got it. Like,
what?
Yeah, he's like,
nice.
I just want to go like that. He's like, ah!
Nicely done.
Yeah, that was cool. That was my cool cool moment. Oh, jeez.
We're falling apart here. You want to draw the next one?
Yeah. Potato gaming. Potato gaming.
All right.
Can I use a potato gun in Airsoft?
No, absolutely
I think
not.
it depends on, actually, it depends on the field of, you know, like, since it's like a controlled explosion, you could use it, I guess, for maybe a rocket launcher, but you'd have to check with your local field first.
Entirely under the supervision of the referees or the game control.
Yeah,
it's not dude, you're talking about an accelerant and an explosive. I mean, we're not even talking about like different air pressures. You're using a flammable material.
Yeah.
Unless you're using a potato gun that's based entirely off of CO2 and solenoid actuators, and you're just using compressed air. That I would see being okay to launch footballs and stuff.
I agree.
It'd be very dangerous.
Would be.
You ever gotten hit with a potato gun?
No, and I never want to be.
I had a cousin who froze.
I never even want to use a potato gun again.
I had a cousin who froze like a sweaty sock. and nailed me with a potato gun using a sweaty sock.
Speaking of sweaty socks, Mississippi is really hot and
extremely humid.
Honestly, that was the first time ever in my boots it felt like I was walking in water all day.
Yeah.
But I never walked in water all day.
We were walking in water of our own making.
Seriously, I came back to like and I looked like I pissed myself because I had so much sweat on my pants.
I kept asking him like, "Did you go swimming? Is there a lake somewhere nearby?"
I wish I went swimming.
Wyatt Justice asks, "Would you guys like to see? What would you guys like to see besides typical gameplay, such as Wild West themed games, zombies, World War II, Vietnam? Keep up the good work."
Zombie games are always a lot of fun, especially the best zombie games I've ever been to are actually smaller groups of people, and when it's all adults because you basically, when it's all adults, they're kind of, if everybody's on the same page, you could like just hit them really hard with a Nerf something.
That's true.
And like everybody's just a little bit more like fun about it. Like versus if I hit like a 12-year-old, I feel really bad, you know. So some of those ones you kind of just like poke them and they die.
Okay, so something interesting that I kind of thought about this weekend is I was talking to some of the guys on the Op4 on the dam mission we went on, the direct action mission.
Yeah.
And they paid just as much as everybody else to be there, but their, I guess, task the whole weekend was to get shot at.
Yep.
I think some gameplay, seeing some actual direct action missions for participants and having non-player characters who are, you know, actors or that are paying to be there as well that just want to live action role play. I'd like to see more of those because I think it'd be really cool.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And Wild West theme. I'm just saying,
yeah,
Wild West shootout with
Wild
revolvers.
West would be awesome. Use, you know, just say, hey, we're gonna do this at a ghost town, and everybody just shows up. And
come to think of it, we should probably plan one. That'd be kind of cool.
We're gonna have to plan one. Invite only, I guess.
Down. Is he supposed to be MC?
Yes. Okay. These questions are pretty good, actually.
No.
All right. Franz Gackenstein. Gankenstein?
Yeah.
Hey, Insert, how'd you guys like playing with Corridor Digital /No? Would you do it again? We actually... Okay.
Sorry.
When he was on vacation, sadly, he didn't get to participate in the last one that we filmed with them.
I was kind of frustrated.
Which will come out in a few weeks. I can't tell you what it is, gonna let you know, but...
It was really cool.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm kind of upset that I missed out on it.
You get to play the next one.
No, not good enough. Time travel. Let's go back.
Okay, I have a question. Would you rather play with Corridor Digital and Node or go back to Hawaii? Yeah, that's it. It was a lot of fun. They're cool guys. They make great videos. I like that theirs is more like role-playing and being funny. You know, like some of the commentary is pretty funny out of that. We've said some pretty choice words among each other, but it was a lot of fun. Look for that video coming soon.
I like that when you play with those guys, there's an element of seriousness, and everybody tries hard, you know, to get a good shot, but also have good gameplay. But there's also a definite lightheartedness among everybody that plays. So even though you're like, you know, playing a somewhat serious game, everybody's having a really good time. And I think they're really the essence of what Airsoft should be. Everyone should be, you know, playing to win, or you know, playing to enjoy the game, but also not being serious enough where you can't enjoy yourself.
I agree.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay. Jinxter227 asks, "Hey, Insert, what do you guys think about carrying / using a rangefinder, such as in golf during airsoft?"
I don't really see an application for it, to be honest with you, because the ranges are that you can actually hit pretty low.
Right.
I mean, if you were shooting long-distance precision shots, rangefinders are very useful.
Well,
But,
yeah. No, I mean, I completely agree with you. Yeah, unless you know what your rifle can do at a given range, a rangefinder really isn't going to help you. Unless you're doing it simply for, like, the milsim aspect of, like, I'm finding ranges, super operator.
I don't even think Jet
uses
a rangefinder.
Every time he's on the field, he's just like, hold on.
Okay.
He doesn't
wow.
do that.
Tanker9709 asks, "Hey, Insert, since we're on the topic of silly questions,
Binoculars, though. Think about that. Or a monocular. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What do you think of Airsoft flamethrower that spews out BBs?
That'd be so cool.
If you could make it happen, we would buy it and run it.
So what you need to do, what you're gonna use is just a CO2 tank with a ball valve on it with a rotating arm, okay? And then that's got to have a second compressive chamber, otherwise you're gonna let out all the air in the tank. So you got to release that into a holding tank, close that. Then you got to have a second ball valve. The second ball valve is what releases your flamethrower situation, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to use a hose, and I'd use like a 3/8" minimum diameter.
He's like telling
hose.
you how to build one, I guess.
And then that's going to go to a funnel. Then that funnel is going to be attached to a Lexan or plastic clear tube or PVC pipe, ABS pipe. Then you're going to need some wadding. I suggest like a paper towel or something that's reusable. Put wadding in there, then put just a ton of BBs in there, and then another piece of wadding so that they don't roll out. And then just, and you're going to have just a giant, like, I
don't even know how to, I'll let you pick that. I don't even know how to say anything to that. Like, you just thought about how to actually build one.
The Uber Ninja 2 asks, "Dear Insert," the Uber Ninja. Dear Insert, how do you feel about a custom painted guns that aren't actually exactly camouflaged but are more personally flavored?
Hey, I tried to run the Hello Kitty AK for a long time. That thing was awesome. Gold AKs are cool. What other random crap do we have? Or not crap, but random things have we seen?
I've seen quite a few guns. Ever since Miguel started doing the carbon fiber thing, I've seen quite a few like carbon fiber accented guns that look really cool. I've seen anything from bright yellow guns to smiley face guns, pink guns. You might catch some flack from like the milsim guys if you're going to a milsim event.
Yeah.
Because that's more of a structure oriented kind of game. But if you're going to pick up games or like standard kind of weekend fields, dude, that's the place to have fun and express your personality and stuff. And of course, bring lightheartedness to airsoft because really that's what it's about, having fun.
All right, this is the last question.
Weren't you guys the guys who at New Horizon? Didn't all you guys run around with balloons?
No,
or your probies ran around with balloons?
do balloons. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
We need to do more of that. I was thinking like Mario Kart, airsoft. I mean, not with cars, obviously.
No. We do it with cars. Go-karts.
Oh, okay. Where are we gonna get? So we need to go to. We need to go to K1.
Yeah, K1,
and get them to let us borrow the cars
and
while shooting airsoft guns. This is a horrible idea.
Anybody from K1, hit us up.
Seriously,
let's make this happen.
If you work at K1 in California, give us a call.
And if you can make this happen,
we're coming with pistols and balloons. Oh my gosh. Okay, what's the last question?
The last question. This can't be the last question. Levi Miller asks, "What is your favorite color?"
I'm an Aquarius, and my favorite color is suggested that it's blue. I must say I like blue, but I also like other colors.
You have to have, everybody has one specific favorite color.
My favorite color is multicam.
That's not a color.
It's several
a pattern.
Colors. Okay.
Pick a color.
Tan.
Why? No, it doesn't have to be airsoft related.
Beige.
Really?
No. I like blue.
Okay, you
I
like
like blue,
blue.
okay.
I like orange. There we go. High five. We have complementary colors.
Where did orange come from? How did you... Oh, they are complementary, aren't they?
Yeah, I learned that in art school.
See that? We're meant to be friends.
That's why like blue and orange go really well together.
Complementary colors. Is that why most Nerf guns come in blue and orange?
No, I don't think so. I think they just have their bright colors, but I mean...
But they also do come in blue and orange.
Yeah, most do.
They're complementary colors.
They are complementary colors. They look good together.
Mm-hmm. We look good together. Jet's going to be jealous. I'm sorry, Jet. All right, guys, thanks for joining us once again on the Not So Round Table.
Rest of the questions are going to go up with the other ones, so don't worry.
We got
they're
the rest
gonna...
of the questions back in there.
Yeah, go ahead, throw them
All
back
right.
in there. And next week we'll be doing a regular episode probably for a little while as we catch up. We got a bunch of ops and vacations and Airsoft Con and everything coming up soon, so
and
stay
I'll
tuned.
see you guys at Game Pod in Northern California this weekend.
Yeah, Airsoft Nation is actually going to be this weekend. Sadly, I will not be there. It's my wife's birthday. Got to go, do that kind of stuff.
But Shades and I and Roger will be there.
Yeah, but the
And
important people will be there. I think Chris and Leo will be up there.
And Chris and Leo will be there.
Yeah, so it should be a good party for everybody, a lot of fun, and yeah.
So thanks again. We'll see you guys later. We need to sleep.
Yeah, I know. All right, thank you.